Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss all the type B questions from chapter 7, that is idea of algorithmic efficiency. Now let's start. Now the first question is to calculate the runtime efficiency of the following program segment. Now you can see here the program is like this: I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to n, print I, and I gets incremented by 1 every time. So you can see the first step, it takes a constant time, let's say C0, that the assignment is done in C0 time. Now the while loop, as you can see here, it will execute n number of times. Why? Because every time I gets incremented by 1 and it will execute until it reaches n. So loop will execute n times, and within the loop there are two as actions are done. One is print I and one is I incremented by 1, and these two let's say takes constant time C1 and C2. So if you calculate, then can get it as the runtime efficiency is C0 plus n into C1 plus C2. So here we will take the dominating term, that is order of n. So while calculating the efficiency of program, so first of all you have to, the main important thing is the loop, how many times the loop gets executed. Other things mostly takes constant time, so we can just overlook those. Only thing we have to take care, we have to find out the number of times the loop get executed. So here the loop gets executed for n number of times, so here order of n. Now the next question is to calculate the runtime efficiency of the following program segment. So here the program is like this. First I is equal to 1. Now while I less than equal to n, j is equal to 1. While j less than equal to n, k is equal to 1. And while j less than equal to n, print I, j, k. And k gets incremented by 1 for the inner while loop, and j gets incremented by 1 for the second while loop, and I gets incremented by 1 in the first while loop. So as you can see here, every time I, j and k are all incremented by 1 only, and they are executing till n. So I, j, k all are initialized with 1. So you can see here clearly all the while loops are executing n number of times. First while loop I less than equal to n, and finally you can see I is equal to I plus 1. That means I value gets incremented by 1 every time. So I has n number of values, so loop gets executed n number of times. So within the first while loop, second while loop, j less than equal to n, that loop also gets executed n number of times. And within that, the innermost while loop, that also gets executed for n number of times. Okay, so you can see here the output will be like this. First we'll take some constant time C0 for the first assignment, then n into C1 plus n into C2 plus n into C3 plus C4 plus C5 plus 6 C6. Now these are the constant times you just overlook. You can see here is n into n into n. That means the order of the complexity of this algorithm is order of n to the power 3. Now here you see the if the function doit has an efficiency factor of 5n, calculate the runtime efficiency of the following program segment. You can see here first assignment is taking constant time C0. Next the while loop is executing for n number of times. So because I gets incremented by 1 every time, so let's say that assignment takes constant time C1, and within that there is a function doit which has efficiency factor of 5n. So clearly you can see here C0 plus n into 5n plus C1. So that is order of n square. Now consider the same piece of code, but if the efficiency of the function doit can be expressed as order of n is equal to n to the power 2, now calculate the efficiency of the program segment. Now here you can see there are two while loops. The first while loop executes n number of times, and the inner while loop also executes n number of times. And within the inner while loop, there is a do-it function which has order n to the power 2. So as you can see here, it is n into n into n to the power 2. First while loop n number of times, second while loop also n number of times. Within that another function is there, do it, which has ordered n to the power 2. So total we can see n into n to the power 2, that is order of n to the power 4. Here the other assignment operations will take constant time. You can also put those constant values within your calculation, but finally your order will be order of n to the power 4. Now next question is, if the efficiency of the function do it can be expressed as order of n is equal to n to the power 2, then calculate the efficiency of the following program. Here you can see I is equal to 1, while I less than n, do it, I is equal to I into 2. So here you can see here I value does not get incremented by 1. So here the loop will not execute n number of times, rather it will execute log n number of times, because every time I value gets doubled with each iteration, unlike the previous questions. In previous questions, the while condition was while I less than equal to n, and I gets incremented by 1 every time. So that was there it was order of n. Why? Because the loop was getting executed n number of times. But here this loop will get executed log n number of times, and within the loop there is a function which has order n to the power 2. So we can multiply them, log n into n to the power 2, that is order of n square log n. So here given a list A of appropriate size, what is the complexity of following code in terms of n? Here I is equal to x is equal to n, while I greater than 0, I is equal to I minus 1, and x plus is equal to a of I. Here you can see here I value gets decremented by 1 every time, and I is initialized with n. So it clearly shows that the loop will get executed n number of times, and within that some operations are done which will take some constant time. So overall the order of this the complexity of this code is order of n. The next question is like this: three lists are there, A, B, C, of appropriate sizes. What is the complexity of the following code in terms of n, m, and p? You can see the first for loop is for I in range n. So here it shows clearly that the loop will get executed n number of times. Now the next loop is for k in range p. Here also you can see the loop gets executed for p number of times. Now for j in range m, do something, x plus is equal to a of I plus b of k, that is one operation. And here also you can see the loop gets executed m number of times. In every loop it is mentioned as range. Range means it will start with 0 and stop at a particular value, and it will incremented by 1 every time. So you can see first for loop gets executed for n number of times, second one p number of times, third one m number of times. So simply you can just multiply order of n into p into m. Alright. The next question goes like this: given integer variable x and a list A of appropriate size, what is the complexity of following code in terms of n? The code goes like this: p is equal to minus 1, q is equal to n. While p plus 1 less than q, m is equal to p plus q by 2. If a of m less than x, p is equal to m, otherwise q is equal to m. So as you can see here, let's say the first value of p is minus 1 and q value is n. The first while loop will be like this: p plus 1 means minus 1 plus 1 0, 0 less than q. So here you can see the first value of p is minus 1, but subsequent value of p is p is equal to m either, or q is equal to m depending on the condition. M is what? M is P plus Q by 2. That means P is minus 1. Let's say Q is N. That means the first value minus 1, the last value, whatever is the value of N, divided by 2. So here you can notice one thing. The loop gets executed for log n number of times, as with each iteration, M value becomes P plus Q by 2. And that M value is assigned to either P or Q. So in this scenario, what will happen? The complexity of this piece of code will be order of log n. So here we can take n as the length of the list A. Otherwise, if we'll take any value for n which is more than the length of list A or less than the length of list A, then you may get some error for the actual program. All right. Next question like this, given a list A of appropriate size, what is the complexity of following code in terms of n? As you can see here, there are two for loops in this piece of program. First, m is equal to a of 0 for I in range n. If a of I greater than m, m is equal to a of I. So as you can see here, this for loop will execute for n number of times, taking I value from 0 to n. In the second case, k is equal to 0 for I in range n. If a of I is equal to m, k will get incremented by 1. This loop also will get executed n number of times. So the overall complexity will be order of n plus order of n, that is total order of n only. So here also we can take n as the length of the list A. Alright. Next question also same thing, given a list A of appropriate size, what is the complexity of following code in terms of n? So here you can see here there is a for loop for I in range n minus 1 to 0. Step value is minus 1. You can clearly see here this for loop will execute n minus 1 number of times. First value is n minus 1 and it will stop just before 0 with a step value of minus 1. Within that, some assignment or some operations are done. After that, there is a while loop. And here you can see the condition is while true, do something. While true, C is equal to 2 into P plus 1. And when C will be greater than equal to I, it will break. Or X is greater than equal to A of C, it will break. Otherwise, it will increase C value by 1. C becomes C plus 1. And that value of C will be assigned to the variable P. So from this, we can convert that C is equal to 2P plus 1. Every time you can see the value of C gets increased by 1 after doing this operation. So if initial value of P is 0, then 2 into 0 plus 1, that is 1. That's the first value of C is 1. If C is 1, then within that if condition, C becomes C plus 1. That means C will be 2. So next value for C will be 2 into 2 plus 1, that is 5. So like this it gets increased. It's not like linear kind of increment. Every time the value not gets increased by 1. So can see that the loop will execute for maximum log n number of times. So the overall complexity of this algorithm will be, first loop will execute for n minus 1 number of times. Within that, this while loop will get executed for log n number of times. So it will be order of n into log n. Here in the book, question number 11, 12, 13 are the repetition of question number 6, 8, and 9 respectively, which we already have discussed here. Next question is, what's the time complexity for following algorithms? For insertion sort, it will be order of n to the power 2. For binary search, it will be order of log n. Why? Because every time we'll search, the list gets divided into half. In linear search, the search will be done one by one, so it's order of n. So to explain this order of these algorithms in detail, we need to make another video if that is required. Then I will prepare one more video to explain all these complexities. Now the next question is, based on complexity analysis, which sorting algorithm is more efficient and why? You can see here insertion sort, selection sort, and bubble sort along with quick sort have worst case complexity or order of n to the power 2 or of n square, whereas merge sort has complexity of order of n log n in best case, average case, as well as worst case. And quick sort has a complexity of order of n log n in best and average case. So we can see from this, we can decide what type of sorting algorithm has to be implemented for our program. So depending on the data set, you can choose your sorting algorithm, but overall you can say that quick sort or merge sort are more efficient sorting algorithms by looking at the complexities. Now here ends the solutions of chapter 7, that is idea of algorithmic efficiency. Here we have discussed all the type B questions of this chapter. Now stay tuned for more solutions, and upcoming videos we will discuss other type B questions from rest of the chapters, and do subscribe. Thank you.